We are here with entry 7 of Fragments Reborn. And I believe the last we left off, you were having an out-of-body experience and you were seeing what was going on the actual station that you were being held in.
Mm-hmm.
So, shall we begin?
Let's begin.
All right. As you, Marmaduke 9, float into the cockpit, you see Hagar is there, and coming inside is a plasmatic knight who walks in with a cowl on, covering his face. And Hagar turns around, and you see extending out of him are multiple of these electric tendrils that all whip out straight towards this plasmatic knight who slides underneath them and begins to it almost looks like as he slides an electric current begins to merge into the ground around him and electrifies the entirety of the metallic ground within the actual bridge, and it goes straight into the systems, and you see all the systems begin to explode out as as he is able to dodge underneath the tendrils. And Hagar, you see him look frightened for a second and then smiles, and you see his tendrils all whip back and slam against the viewer, and it cracks the viewer, and then it causes them to get thrust out of the ship.
Mm.
Move my dice.
I'm a ghost, so it's fine.
You are a ghost right now. As you see Hagar get thrusted out, and you see this plasmatic knight suddenly out of his back sprouts these they almost look like what's it called, holographic wings that emerge from his back, and you see him holding himself back from being thrust out of the station, and you see him look over, and as he looks over towards you in your direction, you see on his face it is Kyver Tremere.
Oh, I know that guy, and he's got superior breath. I know that one. Superior flight, not superior breath.
It doesn't look like your superior flight. It looks different. It almost looks like these. Oh, this is an actual. Well, this is a different kind of enhancement. It definitely gives him some flight capabilities, but he's holding on to, like, with these wings that have sprouted from his back. And as this happens, you see him allow himself to get pulled over, and you see him struggling to get over to one of the computer systems, and you see he goes and grabs onto the computer system, and as he does so, you see his arm kind of an energy wave flows through it, and he creates this, like, what looks like this, almost like this graphic of a rune, and then you see the screen seals up, and you see him stop. He's like, damn it, he got away. And then you see him click on something. It's like, core command, are you there? And as he turns around, he begins to walk out, and as he walks out, it's like, Pilot Hagar got away. He is out in space. I repeat, he's out in space. If you can try to pick him up, that'd be great.
I'm going to follow the knight.
And as you are there, is there anything you'd like to do?
Follow the knight.
Follow the knight. You begin to follow him. As you follow him.
Trevere. I'm trying to poke him.
Okay. You're trying to poke him. Where are you trying to poke him?
Like just on like the shoulder.
The shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me. Roll me a computers check.
Computers. Okay. What does that run off?
It would be intellect.
Let me check. Did I add anything to my computers? No. Okay. Off my intellect. That is a 21.
You poke at him. As you're poking at him, you go and poke around his as you're poking on his shoulder. One of the times you poke him, you feel like an electric current flowing from around his chest area. And as you go to do that, he initially reacts to almost like he's going to grab onto your arm, and he turns around like he's looking to see someone, and he looks around, and he's just checking.
Can I poke? Do I know Morse code? Is there an equivalent of Morse code?
There is.
Do I know it?
You're not sure if he knows it.
Let's.
But as he's looking, you see him focusing, and then he's like, I haven't practiced this one very much. All right, Master, how does it work again? Touch of the divine spirit. And you see him focusing very hard. It almost looks like he puts his palms together to let out a prayer. As he focuses, you see him forging a rune. He's like, and he places it on his chest, and he opens his eyes. His eyes are glowing for a split second, and he's like, Marmaduke?
Yes! You can see me. I'm floating.
I can't hear you.
Hmm.
Where are you?
I'm going to point down and give the deck number on my fingers.
Okay. And he's like, all right.
Points
And
at my
then you
mouth.
see his eyes. You see his eyes fade from that what he just did. He's like, "Ah, that took a lot out of me. All right, if you're still there, just follow me, and if you can, you did something. You tapped me like I could feel you. I don't know how, but if you can do that again or do something like that, interacting with the ship, with the station, to help me out when I'm lost, just help me out.
I want to tap out on his shoulder. In that code, do you understand?
Do you need something?
Ah. Do we have a display somewhere that I can put my fist into?
There are panels around, but as you guys are walking through, it looks like the there are core command officers who are standing around, um, who have actually taken out a lot of the forms,
Hmm.
and the forms are like broken down, and it looks like some of the operatives are actually they're they're actually salvaging from them.
Oh. Is there one they haven't started salvaging yet?
Yes, there are a few.
Can I take control of it?
Huh. Huh. Uh, I would like you to roll me a computer check.
50.
15.
Hmm.
You go to grab onto it. As you grab onto it, I need you to roll me a discipline check now.
It's not bad. 25.
Okay. You go to grab onto it and you feel the current going through it, but then as you feel the current going through it, it's almost like your vision shifts from being here and being in that prison cell, the white block that you were in, and it shifts back and forth
Mm.
from the simulation to the present,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Minute.
pull back. You're able to pull back before going in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Huh. That might not be the best idea. Hmm.
You see him continuing to move forward, and then suddenly a door slides open, and you see walking through is someone in a uh looks like a full on like armored set, um and they look like they have a feminine physique as they approach Kyver, and Kyver walks up and she says, "Did you find him?" Well, no, I couldn't find him through the systems, but I believe he's following us somehow. And you hear, it's like, okay, following, what do you mean? His spirit of, it's almost like he's out in the ship. Can I talk to him through you? I'm not a master of the divine rune just yet, so I can't really speak to spirits like others might be able to. And she's like, okay. Marmaduke, are you there?
Is this who I think it is?
And
This is
the
your
muff
Alvora voice.
the muffledness of of the the mask that she's wearing is kind of taking away from her the purity of her voice, but you could tell it is definitely Alvora.
Okay. So the robot was a bit too much. Can I take over one of their um comlinks?
So you want to try to go into their computer systems within their actual armor sets.
So I can speak through them.
Okay, another computers check.
I should have put points into computers, but I didn't. 15 again.
You are so lucky. Wow, exactly what you needed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting out. I'm getting rid of like a sickness I just had. um. So as you go, you try to think maybe you could actually communicate with them through whatever comlink system that they have. You saw that he used his arm before. Are you going to go through his system or her system?
Oh, that's a question. He's more outfitted for combat. I'm going to go through his because I don't want her to be in danger, even though she is right now here and in danger.
Yeah. But you've never seen her wear armor before, and this is a very unique armor you see her wearing.
Hmm. Okay. Would it be possible to hook into both? Or like hook into one and then transmit to the other?
I mean, you could probably communicate through the comm system if you are able to get into it. But but that would require, like, it depends, because you can, if you go into the comm system, you risk communicating with everyone within the actual frequency of the comm.
Oh, okay.
So
And if I'm an enemy, I'm monitoring comms.
yeah.
Okay,
But
yeah.
you could potentially try to do another computers check once you're in to see if you can reroute the comms between just the three of you, or between the two of them,
Okay.
because you're not necessarily using a comm yourself. You are going into it.
So I can be like a personal comm with somebody, or I'd be broadcasting to everybody, unless
Yeah.
I
Unless you're able to,
out.
like, you work it out.
All right, I want to go in to the personal comm of oh, I'm gonna roll for it. I'm gonna go into Alvora's.
Okay. You go to her. You go up to her helmet. You see like a little device that is over by her ear, and you go to try to get into it. And as you do so, you suddenly you see her reel down. It's like and then she goes to almost like turn off her comm.
Hold
I
on,
need you to
hold on,
roll
hold
me
on, hold on.
a computers check. And
Oh, that's better. That's 20.
now I need you to roll me a discipline check.
Uh, I'm gonna be using Disciples Will with this.
All right.
That's cocked. Okay, I'm gonna need it. 21 goes up to 24.
24.
24, yeah.
You go inside. You're like, hold on, hold on, hold on. And she's like, is that you? And as you're going through the system, you try to figure out how to make sure that it clears up, as well as keeps the line between just her and Kyver. As you're doing this, you're kind of like, you see the threads that are all lining through this code block, multiple code blocks. But as this is happening, you're you suddenly begin to hear, you hear and your eyes begin to fizzle out into the white space. And you look around and you do not see the codes. You do not see any of the you don't see Kyver. You don't see Alvora. You see you're trapped, bound up being bound up by what looks like two Reggies.
Oh,
And
gentlemen, please.
they are taking you.
Am I
And
in the
as
box still?
you are, and then you see someone step up. Are you done now? And it looks like from the darkness of the doorway standing there, it sounds like Marmaduke 1.
Number one, sir. Quite done, sir.
He says, then come with me. We need to report about your last mission.
Well, let's do that. I have
And you
much to
begin
report,
to-
sir.
You begin to be escorted out of the box as you see the light kind of begins to lower. It's a lot darker and dimmer out here. And as you're walking through, the Reggies are holding on to you. You feel like things have shifted a bit. Roll me a lore check.
Oh, very good. 20, well, a crit, 25. 12.
25. When you look at this area, you notice that you are not you. When you first entered inside the box area, you entered from the lower level, but now you're on a different level. And as you're walking through, you go up to a lift. It opens up, and it feels different. Your body feels different. It almost feels like you used your enhancements a bit more recently.
There's been a passage of time.
It feels that way.
But I'm still in the box.
You
I
were.
was still in the box. And I'm bound. My hands are bound.
Your hands are bound currently. And
like,
as you go, what?
I feel like I've been in that box for a long time. I lost track of time, number one. How long was I in there, sir?
48 hours.
48 hours. All right.
You guys continue moving, and then you go up to the door to one's chamber. He walks inside. Reggies, you can leave. And the Reggies both walk out, and the door shuts.
I stand to attention.
As you stand to attention, he looks at you. And as he stares at you directly, sighs, and then, I'm sure you're eager to meet your son.
Yes, sir.
Well, after this report, you can go and meet him. But then you have your final mission on this larger expedition that we've been doing. Understood.
Understood, sir. Very good.
And as he looks at you, he says, do you know why you are... Well, you know why you were inside the box, correct?
I'm a sarcastic troublemaker, sir. I poke into things I shouldn't, sir. My mustache is too bushy, and 7 keeps dressing me up, sir. Apologies, sir. That was the first point, that I'm a sarcastic so-and-so.
He just stares at you and he says, 9. How many Reggies are assigned to your unit?
Oh. By my unit, does he mean my ship, or does he mean my ship?
You're basically your squadron.
Mm. Oh, okay. So all of them then. My squadron is
8 through 12.
8 through 12, and there's 3 Reggies per ship.
There are 5.
8, 9, 10, 11,
9,
12.
10, 11, 12, yeah.
20 Reggies, sir. Wait, hang on. 25 Reggies.
Do you know how fast a Reggie is built?
No, sir. I
A
tend
Reggie
to
can be built.
I tend to just chat with them, sir. I'd stop thinking of them as machines.
Yes, 9, I get it. But 9. We cannot compromise our mission parameters just because a single Reggie gets captured. As a matter of fact, it will not happen again. Roll me a lore check.
28, 8 plus 13, 21.
You've heard this before. This was one of your fragments. One of them that haunted you.
I was I was concerned about our military intelligence, sir. If that Reggie were to fall into the wrong hands, their data banks could be analyzed, and our technical data, potentially our logs, our secrets, could be exposed to the enemy.
We must adhere to the plan. 9.
I understand, sir.
I hope you do. Now go to 71, see your son, and then report to the hangar bay for the final mission of the expedition.
What's our departure time, sir?
0800.
What time is it now?
That's about... You're actually not sure. You have to check.
I'll check my codex.
Yeah. When you check your codex, you see that is about 2 hours from now.
Might I inquire, sir? When was he born?
24 hours ago. Go see him.
Yes, sir, I think I will. I will turn and leave the office.
You turn and leave And as the door closes up, you see the two Reggies standing beside the door.
Is there a panel nearby?
There is a panel.
Is this panel vital?
It's next to one's chamber, so it could have some probably like some actual system things that you might not have access to, but
Hmm.
who knows, maybe you could get into it.
Hmm. Okay. I will. I assume the pair of you are not to let me out of your sight.
They look at you and then they say, we want to make sure that you are able to see your son one last time.
Hmm. Well, let's get moving then, shall we? I could have had a full day, and I ended up with 2 hours, minus the time it'll take to get there and the time it'll take to get to the hangar bay.
You will see your son again soon.
Neither of us know that for sure.
And you begin to move, taking you over to a laboratory, more of a doctor's laboratory. The door slides open. As you enter inside, you see Nightingale over there caressing something, and the Reggies stop and don't enter into the chamber, letting you to go in alone.
Mm-hmm. I look back and nod at them, and then go in.
You go inside. 71 stands up.
You rest.
Hi.
Aye.
And she walks over to you.
Nightingale, you shouldn't be up. Rest. You've just given birth.
Nonsense. I have my strength. It's fine. Do you want to hold him?
I do.
All right. And then you see she goes to hand him over to you.
I take him into my arms.
As you hold him, he is small. He is small. He is fragile. He looks clean. Little small strands of hair are kind of starting to come out of his head. I was told that you are going on another mission. That is the final one of your expeditions.
Yes. I'm afraid so.
Are you still having those thoughts?
Right now, I'm having very specific thoughts.
Are they the ones of leaving?
They're the ones of holding my son. And wondering what the heck he's going to be.
You see his little arm, and she looks over, and you see he reaches out and grabs onto your finger and squeezes it.
Oh, you've got a good grip already.
Roll me a discipline check.
With Disciples Will. Yeah, that's nicer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 31.
$31. As you see he holds your finger, you feel this spark in your mind. And the first thing that pops into your mind is the moment that you entered into Sai's sin frame when you connected to her in order to help save her on Moriat. This connection feels like that.
Okay, so it feels like it feels the same way I did when I was connected to Sai.
For a split second, a little spark as he grabbed onto your finger.
Have they named him yet? Or are they going to let us do it?
Well, he is the first unit of his kind. You being 9, I'm 71. He's going to be a 1. I was thinking Patton.
Patton. Patton 1.
Yes.
Quite the name. The leader's name.
He is to be a leader. That's what everyone has been telling me.
Then it fits him like a glove.
Nightingale 1 actually came to see me when he was born. She was very, she's very caring.
Marmaduke 1 isn't that caring.
But he wants you to have a connection with him. Does he not?
1 wants what 1 wants. No doubt he thinks it'll make me fly harder. And he's probably right. Gosh, it's enormous.
So no more.
That weight.
Enormous?
That weight. Maybe it's just me. I feel like I'm wearing a backpack with almost a ton in it.
Are you still thinking about leaving? I know before you had those thoughts of just taking us and going, leaving the entire plan. We have our place here. Please, just leave it. Mom, I cannot raise our son without his father. He needs you. Roll me a lore check.
15.
I think you froze again on my end.
Oh yeah, 15. I'll say 15.
Yeah, you froze.
15. It was a 15. The law check was a 15. 15, 15, 15. There you go.
15, you said?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you froze for me. It's just like all sped up back to normal. Well, what'd you get?
50.
15.
15, yes.
Okay. This right here is another fragment that you've had. A memory.
This moment?
You see her go up to Patton as you're holding him and beginning to caress him. And she begins to wrap her arm around you.
Nightingale.
Yes.
My job is to protect him now. Where he is, I will be. And if there is a time that I don't return, it will be because I'm cold in space and not because I ran away.
And she looks down and places her head into your chest. If you are cold in space, I I will do everything in my power to send someone to you, to be with you, to love you.
And if that happens, please don't marry Marmaduke 7. It would be terrible.
I don't really like his mustache.
No, his mustache is terrible.
You're the only one for me. 9.
Yeah. She gets a big kiss.
Mm-hmm.
A real big kiss.
As you stay with her and your son for the next hour and 45 minutes, you are then called to the hangar bay. You kiss her one more time. You kiss your son. And then you head out. As you go over to the hangar bay, it feels like everything is silent. Like your peripherals are beginning to darken. And all you can see is just this scope down the hall, straight to the hangar. And then you see the door slides open, and walking up is Marmaduke 7. You look at his face as he smirks, as if he knows something. Roll me a lore check.
Oh, hang on. 18.
18. This is also familiar. Another fragment that has haunted you. And as he approaches you, it says,
I know, 7. You're flying on my wing today, aren't you?
Heard one had a chat with you. Must have been some chat. Those same words.
The usual pleasantries. The usual, how's your father? The usual tic-tac-toe. The usual grousing about your terrible mustache. You know, the usual stuff. I'm joking with your 7. We had quite the chat.
You see him kind of...
We had quite the chat.
You see him kind of grunt and then twirl his mustache. And he just looks around you and says, well, my squadron will be flying alongside yours.
I'm not surprised, I'm not surprised, number 7. I'm not surprised in the slightest. I do hope you've got your big boy pants on today. It's going to be quite the trip, I hear.
Oh, yes, it will be quite the trip. I look forward to flying with you. 9.
Indeed. Indeed.
And you see him motion towards the hangar bay for you to walk through it.
How considerate. I tell you what, Seven, you and I, if we're flying side by side, let's walk in as brothers, shall we? And I'll pat him on the back. I want to walk in with him next to me.
All right. You walk in with him next to you. As you walk in with him next to you, you see the hangar bay illuminated with all the ships. And then you see everything begin to trickle down, coding lining down all the way down till everything goes completely white. And as it goes white, you wake up and you see before you is the armor of Alvora, a cluster of Corps Command officers around her, and Kyver Tremere on the other side of the bed that you're in. And you see them lift him up slowly, and you are being lifted up and off of a bed. And as they look at you, and you see Alvora clicks a button on her helmet, and it and she just her eyes are teary, and she goes and hugs you.
I hug her back
And she
very,
says,
very hard.
"I'm sorry for leaving you."
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry.
And with that,
That armor's very fetching.
with that, we are going to end the session there.
All right.
And that was session 7. Entry 7. It was pretty good, pretty good. Some things.
Revelations.
Revelations. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Soon you'll be back with Squad 119. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All
Was
right.
that the
Well, thank you all.
finale? Was that the last one?
No.
Oh,
we're gonna get you straight into them. We'll probably have 1 or 2 more sessions left.
Cool.
So
All right.
maybe finish it off at 9, because Mormon 9. So
Perfect. Perfect.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening to Fragments Reborn Entry 7. Please
Indeed.
like, share, subscribe to both of our channels.
Mm-hmm.
And if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.